Video made at Rollideo.com. Creating a video is now extremely easy with Rollideo. Almost 2 years after the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan, the jihadists who transitioned from the battlefields to paper-pushing government jobs in the city are ready to quiet quit. The Afghanistan Analyst Network, a research organization, released a report last month examining how the jihadists who took over Kabul, many of whom arrived in the capital for the first time, were finding city life in their new roles. Researcher Sabawun Samim interviewed 5 jihadists who had spent several years of their lives fighting for the Taliban. They ranged in age from 24 to 32 and had spent between 6 and 11 years in the Taliban, at different ranks: a Taliban commander, a sniper, a deputy commander and 2 fighters, Samim wrote in his report. Broadly speaking, all of our interviewees preferred their time as fighters in what they considered a jihad. Now, the men find themselves shackled with the bureaucracy of running a country as they work civilian jobs and security positions, spend too much time in traffic and on Twitter, and yearn for the tranquility of village life. The shift to working within government structures has forced them to adhere to official rules and laws they never faced before. They find clocking in for office work tedious and almost unbearable, the report states. The former fighters found themselves missing the freedom of the front lines as they adjusted to the mundane nature of office work. Huzaifa, a 24-year-old former sniper, said, "The Taliban used to be free of restrictions, but now we sit in one place, behind a desk and a computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Life's become so wearisome, you do the same things every day. In our ministry, there's little work for me to do," said Abdul Nafi, 25. "Therefore, I spend most of my time on Twitter. We're connected to speedy Wi-Fi and internet. Many mujahideen, including me, are addicted to the internet, especially Twitter. And with a 9 to 5 comes the dreaded commute, and actually having to show up for the job in order to get paid. What I don't like about Kabul is its ever-increasing traffic holdups." Omar Mansour, 32, said. "These days, you have to go to the office before 8 a.m. and stay there till 4 p.m. If you don't go, you're considered absent, and the wage for that day is cut from your salary. We're now used to that, but it was especially difficult in the first 2 or 3 months. Government work has come with pressures and responsibilities the men did not prepare for, or particularly want. In the time of jihad, life was very simple. All we had to deal with was making plans for attacks against the enemy and for retreating," said Huzaifa. Abdul Salam, 26, says, "Whatever happens in Afghanistan, people blame us. Even a minor misdeed by us makes it to the media that the Talibans are doing this and that. It's like the cameras of the entire world are watching us. Work is heavily cut into their social lives too. Those in Kabul, like me, work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, most of the week, we don't get any time to meet each other," said Mansour. The camaraderie amongst fighters has dwindled, the jihadists say, as previously non-existent hierarchies are now far more apparent, and many around them get swept up in the pursuit of money. "I sometimes miss the jihad life for all the good things it had," said Nafi. "During jihad, you couldn't have known the difference between a commander and a foot soldier like me. During the insurgency," Samim notes that the men did not need to earn money to support their families, as the movement covered their expenses. The jihad, a religious duty which exempted them from such everyday concerns, is over. They now have to work for the survival of their families like everyone else. The high cost of rent and his relative low pay have been a barrier for Mansour, who is not earning enough money to move his family to the city. Let's see some comments on Reddit. Taliban less toxic than office culture? I believe it. Maybe someone should talk to them about work-life balance? Maybe start using weekends to terrorize civilians to blow off steam? There's more to life than work, guys. Sitting in caves and talking about overthrowing infidels was a 24-hour gig and probably rewarding in itself, but now that they are having the kind of lifa that cries for having fun, because the work is soul grinding, their no-fun directive is making them the most toxic burnt-out office workers you can imagine. Video made at Rollideo.com. Rollideo is a super easy tool to automatically create videos with auto-generated voiceovers and the exact subtitles. Thanks for watching.